It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And a signal there for the fair catch, so this opening drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Stroud off the play fake.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You look at this Eagle defense.
They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
Staying on his feet, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him.
A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
They'll run on first down with Akers to about the 48-yard line.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 23 carries, 91 yards, and a touchdown.
And their success running the ball in the previous game has to give them a lot of confidence, but they also understand going against a top 5 rush defense means you have to have a lot of offense in your game plan. Misdirection, counters, power game, maybe even some quarterback run to take the heat off of the running back.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Stroud on 3rd down now. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver Brown.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
They go play action with Hurts.
This is caught. It's Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
That is caught inside the 5.
And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Swift. will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown.
And as a defensive coordinator, you're almost in a no-win situation down here near the goal line. You know how dangerous Jalen Hurts is when he holds on to it. You've got to be prepared to stay with him. So when he hands it off, if you're slow in reacting, this is going to be the result.
The extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Scrimmage.
Well, the Rams at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Touchdown, LA! Hollywood, Marquise Brown with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Rams are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards.
And it's Hollywood, Marquise Brown, who finishes it off with the touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. On second down, Swift.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Once again, it's Swift.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Hurts.
He finds his man complete. That's Schaefer. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Uchenna Nwosu able to record his 5th sack of the season. I think a lot of time when we see a sack, you say, well, you blame it on the offensive line, the quarterback, but here, maybe you just tip your hat to the defender. What a play.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they just get a sense of the play before the ball's even snapped. Kind of like a sprinter anticipating the gun in a race. They're off, and guess what? The quarterback's down.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. On first down, Hurts. This will be caught once again by Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 7-7, our score after 1. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. 2 yards to go, second down. As they've got it as we resume. Non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there, to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Escaping a tackler at the 25. There he goes, left side. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Eagles.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
Well, let's be honest. A lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking out some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he stopped immediately there. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Stroud looking to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run.
Now, whistles and a stoppage here. It looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. 3rd down and 10. Here's Hurts to throw.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
He'll drop to throw. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
A nice little juke. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they take a 17-14 lead.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here comes Mr. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, leading out this offense.
Where he stands right now, as you see, already over 1,000. You have to think 2,000 is a real possibility. Long way to go in the season, but what he's done so far, spectacular.
It is, and you know what he's also hoping for? That he's going to play a lot of man coverage from here on out, because one of the best ways to slow down production is to go to zone and double, triple team, put a number of people in the area that you expect him to run into. But man-to-man, every receiver believes he's going to win that battle. And you know what they all do? They all keep kind of a book, you know, on what the defenders do, what their moves are, their best things. And he wants to be able to refer to that book and beat one guy at a time.
He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 30.
There was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, all 3 incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
He's going deep for Brown. He's got it with the 15.
And he is going to have the Rams 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Come on. Hey.
Throwing again is Stroud.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball through, and kept them out of the end zone.
Now a 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Akers.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down.
Stroud to throw it.
Forced out to his left.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the left hash, a 31-yard. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. I see what they were trying to do there. You pop up your holder.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice the game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Hurts.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Returnable here from the 38. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
Here comes Mr. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, leading out this offense.
He'll try to generate some more steam on offense down to the scoreboard second quarter. Not necessarily his fault, but he's always a guy they want to get extra involved.
Keep finding ways for him to get the football. Keep force-feeding him in that way. Get to that over again to try and erase the other things that have them down on the scoreboard.
They'll be looking for a little more juice here in the second quarter before they do hit that halftime locker room. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Throwing now is Stroud.
This is caught. Touchdown, Rams. Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Rams have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. And if you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
3rd and 8.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Here's Swift.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
DeAndre Swift with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. The extra point by Ryland up and good.
And that gives them a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Here comes Mr. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, leading out this offense.
And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good, and I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked.
The second down throw now from Stroud.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Jordan Davis
able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Stroud here on 3rd and long.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
They're going for it. Here's Stroud.
That is caught. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
1st and 10. It's Stroud.
His throw incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Stroud will look to throw once more. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Schaefer. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Hurts. Escaping. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Stroud backed up near his goal line. He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you're backed up this deep, sometimes defenses sacrifice coverage for pass rush because they know you can only go so far on your pass drop. You get in the back of the end zone. So they came after him. He took the shot downfield. He didn't connect. But, boy, that was force against force.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. Throwing left side. It's complete. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Rams have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
And that 3rd counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On 1st down, Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes he just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
on 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Flushed out right.
Down the sideline he goes.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage was so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had...
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Under pressure, they got him again.
Uchenna Nwosu picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
They'll look to throw here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. A touchdown on a kick return and now one through the air.
And the Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that gives them a 3-point lead. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the end zone. Proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, LA! Marquise Brown with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others.
And the Rams use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They'll start on the ground with Swift.
A beautiful fake. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat with a first down. Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards for number 11. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, 48 yards.
And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that gives him a 3-point lead. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays.
And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. Here comes Mr. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, leading out this offense.
What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral. because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks.
They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Got a man, it's Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Hurts to throw.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Now back to throw.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as well. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
And his kick here is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This taken in right around the goal line.
A dangerous return man showing it here.
And they're going to be set up beautifully. A heck of a return down inside the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Okay, so the penalty on the outside for illegal touching, and they'll have to come back and try it again. 2nd and 10. Here's Stroud.
Looking left side of, he's got a man. That's Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
And Stroud now to throw.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. This 2nd and 4. They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Well, they'll go play action here with Stroud.
He'll buy some time right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Stroud.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on fourth down. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
Eagles offense and A.J. Brown headed back out there.
He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
But look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they're well on first down. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46.
He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Throwing is Hurts.
Towards the end zone for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So all eyes on this Rams offense. Down by 6, 50 seconds to go. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's in for the touchdown, and barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right, just one more element to complete the victory. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll put it out to the 25.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Back to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Here's first down.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Schaefer. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles. And that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance is just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So for L.A.,
they moved to 7-1 on the year with